Hey, Michael Church, Crawl Space Ninja. We got a great Ask a Ninja from Thomas in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. He wants to know if the ground plastic or the vapor barrier of the crawl space should be taken over and cover the drainage that he installed in the crawl space, the water management system or the waterproofing system that's inside of the crawl space. Should plastic be covering that? Stay tuned. So if you're new to Crawl Space Ninja, we talk about everything related to indoor air quality, crawl space encapsulation, and waterproofing. We hope you'll subscribe to our channel, ring that notifications bell. Also follow us on Facebook, check out our franchise opportunities and our DIY store. First of all, Thomas, I appreciate you writing us. And if you have an Ask a Ninja that you would like to get answered, I want to make sure I put a link down below. Make sure you check that out. You can even add pictures or different things like that to get us as much information as we can, and hopefully we'll answer your question. So let's answer this from Thomas. I had a vapor barrier put in and the crawl space has an internal perimeter drain. I've never had any standing water or moisture on the walls. The contractor only put the vapor barrier to the edge of the drain, leaving about 8 inches of drainage exposed, and the vapor barrier does not go up to the wall. He claims that he is worried about moisture on top of the vapor barrier. If he puts the vapor barrier all the way up to the wall, should it cover the drain area and go to the wall? Thanks for your expertise. All right, so Thomas, one of the things I want to make sure you understand is that the water coming into the crawl space normally will come through the foundation wall or percolate up from the water table from below. So if you've got plastic that is not attached to the wall or somehow covering that drainage system all the way up the wall, that water, as it rushes into the crawl space, could move the vapor barrier. And that is why many years ago, I decided not to install a water management system without taking the plastic all the way to the foundation wall and mechanically attaching it, because I saw, as we were installing waterproofing systems in crawl spaces, that it may not be that big of a deal on a light rain, but if you get a really heavy rain and you start to take on a lot of rushing water coming into that crawl space, that vapor barrier needs to be attached so that it doesn't shift or move. Now, the argument about water getting on top of the plastic if it doesn't go up to the wall, I don't understand that argument, because it's more likely to get on top of the plastic because the water can percolate up and has direct access to the plastic. If the water was attached to the foundation wall, properly overlapped, taped, and seamed, and all that sort of thing, it should be less likely to get on top of the plastic. The only time you would have water getting on the plastic if it wasn't installed properly, perhaps they made the seam right there at the edge where the foundation wall and the ground meet. That's a weak point that a lot of contractors do. They'll put that seam right there. We try to take the seam a minimum of 12 inches, if not further, away from the foundation wall, so that water has to travel a lot further to get to that seam, and hopefully it'll go into that water management system or that French drain system before it has a chance to get to that seam that I just mentioned. So to summarize, whenever we install a water management system, we want to take the plastic, cover all exposed earth, make sure that the plastic is attached properly to all of the pillars and the wall, and even the sump pump basin. We put the plastic inside of the basin and then seal the lid so that the plastic becomes almost one with the basin, and then we put that dranger drain on top of the basin. So that way, if you get a flood from above, perhaps you get a water leak or something like that, the water still has access to the basin without compromising the water being removed from under the plastic. So hopefully that'll help you decide whether you need to take that plastic all the way up to the wall or not. I recommend you do. I'm Michael Church, Crawl Space Ninja. We hope you make it a happy and blessed day, and we'll see you later.